Hi everyone. So I am excited, you guys. I am totally excited because I have 17, 18 all done, and I'm working on 19 right now, and I am almost done. So I have been on a roll. Tonight I'm going to be leaving. We have a girl date. I have a girl date with Cheyenne tonight. We're going to go to Tuesday morning since we just discovered that we have one near us. And then we will be going to Michael's and Trader Joe's. And so a complete and utter girls' day. So I am looking forward to that. So this week is the week that we left Tennessee. And we ended up going to Denver. Remember, I told you to go see my son who no longer lived there. So we already made the reservations, so we couldn't change them. They wouldn't allow us to. Well, they would allow you to. They just charge you thousands of dollars to change those reservations. So, well, but Tim and I talked about it, and we decided that, you know what, we absolutely love hotels. I mean, we love hotels. And can you guys see everything? I just want to make sure I'm all in frame. And so we decided, okay, well, because, you know, we thought, well, do we want to go see the Mile High Stadium? Do we want to go rent a car? Do we want to go cruise around Denver? That kind of thing. And we said, no, we'll just stay at the hotel and watch TV. So we did, and it was, and we were there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday we went back home. So yeah, it was one of those like really cool things. And we were right next door. We were at the airport hotel, and oh, hello, I forgot to put myself on vibrate. We were at a place called Staybridge. It was really nice. It had a kitchen, it had everything in there, but it's by the airport, and so we were next door to places that had restaurants and what do you call it? Like 7-Eleven, you know, that kind of thing. And so we really we were fine. So, and then we figured we could order, you know, we can get delivery to a pizza and that kind of thing. So no big deal. So we decided, okay, let's just stay. So we did. And it was the best time ever. Because, I mean, we just walked down the street to this restaurant that it's kind of like a Denny's. I don't know well, when we were in Tennessee, everybody had a Cracker Barrel. And so I think that's equivalent to Denny's in California. I'm not sure if Denny's is everywhere. I don't know. But, and so, well, this place was basically a Denny's. And so you could get like a whole meal for like $8. It was awesome. And so we walked there both Sunday and Monday night, and it was like $20, and we're like, score. Because not only do we like hotels, we like when we spend like no money. So, and it was really, really fun, and it was the best time with him, and I just love it. So we just chilled it, and this place has, you know, breakfast. So, and then they had a social hour, and they had dinner, basically. So, a free dinner. But I don't really care for pork. I'm not much of a pork eater. It just, I don't know. I have a funky thing with meat. And so, you know, anyways. So, it was one of those, like, they had pulled pork sandwiches, and we're like, okay. And my husband, you know, he's a big meat eater, and he's just like, oh. And I'm like, we can stay. He's like, no, let's go eat at the other place. And I'm like, okay. So we went over there, and it was like awesome. But anyway, so we were there and we walk in and they freaking had the MotoGP race going on. My husband and I ride. So I have a, gosh, I haven't been on it in so long though. I stopped riding, probably a few years ago, but you know, you still know how. So that's good. But, I have a Suzuki, SV650. Yeah, SV650. It's been a while. And, my husband has a VMAX and an Aprilia Tuono. So, he loves MotoGP, and it would happen to be on, and so it was above my head, and so we were laughing because I had to take pictures of the fact that the MotoGP race was on out of everything, because we don't have a satellite or cable or anything at our house. We only have like Netflix and Amazon Prime. And then regular, like, bunny ears, which is an antenna now. It's no longer bunny ears, like when we were kids. But, yeah, and so it was just, like, of all the luck, that was cool. So he was in heaven. So that was cool. And, of course, you know, just this last week, Nikki Hayden died, and that was devastating. So, yeah, it's been a blow to the MotoGP world. And you know, this Nikki Hayden, he freaking rides like 250 miles an hour, and he gets killed by riding his bicycle. He had someone hit him, and it was horrible. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so that was really sad. Okay, so then we got home on Tuesday from Denver. Then it was one of those, like, Cordell says, Cat's acting weird. She keeps going to the potty like every few minutes. We figured she had a bladder infection. So we get home on Tuesday. I was able to get her in on Wednesday. So, because I called right when we got home, and we got home in enough time. And they took her in, and Doc felt her bladder, and he says, I think she has bladder stones. And we're like, okay, this is a new one for us, you guys. We haven't had any puppies have bladder stones before, so this was a new one. So we figured, okay, we're going to get a really good education on bladder stones here pretty soon. And yeah, we did. So we ended up taking her. He says, let me get some x-rays done, and then I'll let you know. Well, then those x-rays turned into she has to have emergency surgery. So we are like, okay. So he immediately that day, he did emergency surgery on her. And if we would have waited any longer, she would have died. So I'll show you the bladder stone right now, because he gave them to us. And it is amazing. So look at her big old, it's like this long. He said any longer, she would have died. Like a couple days, she would have died. But do you guys see? I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Right there. This is the biggest one that would have killed her. It is the size of my thumb tip. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that. Let me see right here. So, yeah, this right here was going to kill her. So luckily they got to her in time. We took her in time, just everything lined up. So she was in the hospital for 2 days. 2 days she was in the hospital. And it was so scary and so like, you know, we can't lose her too. She's only 5. And so we were like, oh my gosh, you know, you're just trying to think positive, but at the same time you're just scared poopless, because you're like, oh man, come on, this cannot be happening. This is like a nightmare. And but she came home, and yeah, she was having problems. So just to let you guys know, you know, if you do this, she had major surgery, so she piddles. So she piddled everywhere. Anytime she walked, because she couldn't control it. And I've had 3 bladder lifts, so I understand. Like, I'm my girlfriend, I understand. So it's okay. So we just got pee-pee pads, and we got a diaper, and we got diapers and stuff. So, of course, you know, she's like a toddler, or like a newborn, and, you know, she explodes right through them. So it was really, like, crazy there for a while. And she barely has stopped wetting the bed. And we got, you know, because we barely bought our new bed, you know, a couple of years ago, and so we got plastic, and you know, because they all sleep with us, so we got plastic, and we made it work. And you know what, it didn't bother us, and it still doesn't bother us, because these guys are our world, and you do what you got to do. So we made it work, and she is barely, like, this is 3 weeks later, and she is barely being able to feel her bladder again. So it's awesome. So she's still with us. She's still doing good. I'm like, girlfriend, you are just stressing me out. So that was also happening when we got back, and we're like, are we not meant to go anywhere? Because seriously, this happens a lot to us. We leave on a trip, we come back, and there's always somebody who needs to go to the hospital. We had a cat. We had a cat for many years, and we got back from like a trip, and she would and she had a hole, because I guess she got into a fight with some cat, and she had a massive, we were gone for 7 days, and so she had a massive infection, because there was a hole, you know, and they get septic, and so it's like, oh my goodness. So she was in the hospital for 2 days, and then we always come back and Rocky needs something, and so it's one of those, like, just know we're going to come back, we're going to go see Doc. That's just our life. And so that's how this one was too. It was like, oh my goodness, I don't think we're supposed to go anywhere. And then I hired my mom to come stay with the puppies. And well, I hired her last week to stay with them, because when we went here, we figured Cordell can do it, because as long as I have cell service, I can get help. if he's not waking up, or if he's not doing something, or, you know, something happens, I can get help, and phone call away. But when we're out of the country and we have no cell service, I'm like, I hire my mom, and she comes and she takes care of them. She stays the night here, because we don't disrupt their lives, and so she stays here. She watches them, and she plays with them, and she's amazing. So she's worth the money. And she's never one to charge me, but I'm like, you're not doing this for free. You know, you're working. So you're working. Here's some money. And so I pay her, and we just put it in our budget, and it works out perfectly. So, because it's a peace of mind, because these guys are my everything, and then to have them not be able to just something happen and not be able to say, take them. With my mom, I'm like, they know us, just take them. You don't have to pay the bill. Just tell them that we are out, and just take them. So she's like, okay. So she's on file with them too. So it's just the stuff we do when you have babies. And so, yep. So my mom's awesome, because the one year we hired a kid to watch our house, it was the first year we got Mama and Cat, and Cat was just a year old. So she was a complete menace, and we left this kid, we paid good money to stay and watch the puppies. They did a lousy job. They sucked, and I mean, they sucked big time. They weren't even, I wish I got my money back. That's how bad it was. And then Cat ate our couch, so she wasn't even being watched or played with, but they were in my son's room playing video games. So yeah, you never ever hire kids to do something this important. So yeah, lesson learned. So ever since then, I hire my mom, and she does it with no problem. So, and she stays here, and she takes care of them. She plays with them. She makes sure they're good. So that's all I can ask for. So anyways, so this was a, now that I've been like blah, 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 blah. This was a 6x6 paper pad from Becky Higgins. Let me see. There was snow on the mountains. It was really cold. Nowhere near us, but in their mountains. And I'm like, darn it. That would have been cool. So this is from this 6x6 paper pad. It's Project Life, Becky Higgins, High 5 edition. And I got it from Paper Issues. And right now, Paper Issues is having a 40% off coupon because she is going on vacation. And so she won't be shipping until the 7th. And so 40% off, and if you use the word inventory. And they're always linked in my profile, in my description box, because I just love them. But anyway, so you can get that same paper pad for 40% off if they're still in stock. This, you guys, is my favorite. Well, no. Okay, I take that back. It's one of the top 10 favorite title cards I have done. And I don't know, this is not really what I do, but I'm like, I loved it. It came out so cool. I was like, oh my God, I'm all impressed with myself. I'm like shocked, but I love it. I used the Freckled Fawn little acetate, and that was, I don't know, it worked. I loved it. So I can't wait to finish so I can show you. I can show you what it is. What? Wait. I did an insert too, so stay tuned because I have an insert. But it's Saturday, huh? Gosh. Time is just flying, you guys. It really is. Oh, and then I came back from Denver on Tuesday, and Friday we had a paint the night, or paint the day on Saturday, because I wanted my mom to come, and so we had this on Saturday. So it was perfect, and then the colors ended up being like phenomenal. And then this was perfect for the what's it called? The Project Life, that set was perfect. The colors just came together. I was so happy with this layout. It's really one of my top faves. So, pretty cool. Let me see. Gonna move these up a little. There we go. Is that straight? Might get my head in the way. Hold on. Explore together, because that's what Tim and I do. We explore together, or we do nothing together. One or the other, whichever one suits our fancy, I guess. So week, and then this is 17. I need to make sure. And you know, thickers, they don't stick. Thickers don't ever stick. So, oh, there's flies. So you always have to reinforce them. So, always glue them, or else they're going to be out in your pockets and laying on your pocket pages, because it's like, they suck that way. But Bess is outside my door. He's like, it's hot in your room, Mom. He's like, I don't want to go in there. So you probably won't be able to hear him snore. Isn't that fun? Okay, I love this one. It's so cute. Whoop, something fell. Oh, now it's okay. So this is this layout. I love it. So all the friends came over and we painted a little mermaid thing. Let me show you the insert too. But let me say thank you to Nini's Mom 2000, Scrapping Posh, Paula M. And I don't think I have any food on this one either, darn it. But it's okay, because I'm really hungry and I'm going to go get food right now. Lynn Scott, Pamela Williams, Cinderny, Kai's mom, Sharon, Emma Griffins, and Kim Ravenscroft. Thank you guys so much. Okay, so this is going to go like this inside. And I know you guys are like missing the baby, so I threw in a picture because, yeah, me too. Kim, I hope you have your baby back, and hopefully they're okay. Poor baby. And then we went and had coffee this morning at the hotel, and there was a little jackrabbit. It was so cute. And then Denver has a train system to go get your luggage. It was really fun. And this is at Staybridge Suites. And they had the whole kitchenette. It was awesome. And then I got postcards. So remember to use your postcards. I always love getting postcards. And then they actually had a full-blown plane inside their airport. So that was cool. And so it's going to go like this. And then we have more pictures from the Paint the Day So, and then Tim ended up making beer on Sunday. So he finished off his week by bottling his beer. He already made the beer, so he was bottling his beer. So, and I was super happy to use the Heidi Swap blue glitter set because I've had that stuff forever. So I totally used stuff in my stash. Loved it. Had a blast. Had fun. My mom and Shai were with me, and it makes it even more special when they're with me. So hopefully you guys can see that. Well, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. But yeah, and so insert blah blah blah. Sound effects, we're good. Okay guys, I hope you liked this. I loved it. I did. So you guys have a great weekend. Like I said, I have another layout done. I'm working on all my layouts. I am gonna get up to current week, and then I want to start working on 2016, and so whew, lots of plans, right guys? So we will talk to you guys later. Vanahans. All right, bye guys, have a great week, and yeah, because I'll be back pretty soon. Bye.